Let me ask you, are you ready to elect Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, President and Vice President of the United States?
All right, first this morning, President Joe Biden was the surprise keynote speaker last night. It was the opening night of the Democratic National Convention in Chicago.
The president voicing his support for Vice President and presidential candidate Kamala Harris. Ariana Manise, who's part of our 11 Alive political team, joining us live from the state capitol.
Ariana, so night one wrapped up a little after midnight. The speakers took aim at former President Donald Trump, of course, really just kind of building the momentum for their party.
That's right, and we also saw the crowd really embrace President Joe Biden, honoring him for his legacy as he passed the torch to the newest candidate at the top of the ticket, Vice President Kamala Harris. Democrats opened their national convention in Chicago, ushering in a new era of the party. President Joe Biden capped off the night handing the baton to the new Democratic nominee, Vice President Kamala Harris.
Are you ready to elect Kamala Harris and Tim Walz?
The convention was supposed to be the moment Biden claimed the presidential nomination. Instead, he took the stage making the case for Harris's historic candidacy by recounting their administration's accomplishments.
We've had one of the most extraordinary 4 years of progress ever.
And Biden making a forceful case against the Republican candidate, former President Donald Trump.
We need you to keep the Senate. We need you to win back the House of Representatives. And above all, we need you to beat Donald Trump.
Earlier in the night, the vice president made an unexpected appearance with a message for the president.
Joe, thank you for your historic leadership, for your lifetime of service to our nation.
The night also featured other major political figures and celebrities.
Her heart and her integrity.
Kamala Harris is a true battle-tested leader.
All stressing why Vice President Kamala Harris is a candidate to take the country forward.
And we must choose between the promise of January 5th and the peril of January 6th.
Now, night two will continue tonight, where former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama, they're both expected to take the stage tonight, giving remarks in support of Vice President Kamala Harris. And Vice President Harris, she will then officially accept the party's nomination come Thursday. Reporting live from the state capitol, I'm Ariana Manise for 11 Alive. Back to you.
Ariana, thank you. Meanwhile, GOP vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance was in Philadelphia Monday. He focused on Kamala Harris's economic records as VP.
Electricity is up 30%. Food, that's right, food is up more than 20%. Gasoline is up 50%. And this is all because of the policies of Kamala Harris.
Vance also talked about Harris's plans to bring manufacturing jobs back to the U.S., saying the best way for her to do that is to vote for Donald Trump. Trump also attacking VP Harris's economic plans as socialist while discussing his plan to cut taxes. This was all part of a roundtable at a machining plant there in York, PA on Monday.
Meanwhile, independent presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is expected to be in a Pennsylvania courtroom today. RFK fighting to appear on the ballot in many states, including Pennsylvania. Today's hearing will be over allegations that Kennedy's paperwork states a false home address and some other shortcomings. Meanwhile, those challenging to throw him off the ballot in Georgia were in an Atlanta courtroom yesterday. That judge will issue a ruling to Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, who will make the final decision. Georgia is one of more than a half dozen states where challenges have been made. Kennedy's campaign says it has enough signatures for ballot access in all 50 states.